Hey, everybody. We are here today, and we're glad that you're here with us to talk about Oasis Counseling Center. And we have with us Francis Nolan, who is the past president of the board and currently still a board member. Is that right, Francis?
Yeah, I am. I'm still on the board.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before we start talking about Oasis, we want to hear a little bit about you, Francis, what you do professionally and how you got involved with Oasis.
Well, I am a lawyer by training, and I am a family law practitioner. I like to refer to myself as a divorce doula. I think that is the best description of what I do.
I
I
like that.
help to deliver people from their married life into their next chapter.
Okay. Great.
And in that role, I guess, and in my own personal life, I have definitely been witness to the need for mental health support, particularly in big life transitions. But, you know, all the time, we all need that kind of support. And I also know that there's a disparity in the availability of mental health care. Those of us who are fortunate enough to have, a decent paycheck and health insurance usually have access to what we need. But there is a huge population of folks who don't have that access. Oasis is an organization that bridges the gap, and it provides quality services. There's no compromise in service just because now the services are available to those who don't have the same financial need as the rest of us. So it's easy to get excited about an organization that is providing something that is so needed, and particularly to a community of people that is underserved.
Great. So you actually, I think, did a great. What's that, Julie?
I just said we couldn't agree more. That's why we wanted to spotlight this, because we think it's such an incredible agency and organization and provider of much needed services in our community.
Yeah. Can you say a little bit more, Francis, about the services? You answered what my next question was going to be, to tell us about the Oasis Counseling Center and why you're so passionate about it. I think you've done a good job of answering that. So, give us a sense of some of the things that go on at Oasis.
Okay, well, just to sort of give people a visual, Oasis Counseling for Women and Children operates out of 3 old homes on South Side that are just up the hill from 5 Points South. Anne LaRussa started Oasis 25 years ago with the idea that she wanted people to have an experience that was not sterile and overly clinical. And so she very intentionally selected a home in which to build her practice. And so now it consists of 3 houses, two of which are home to offices for therapy, and one of them is the administrative facility for Oasis. One of the buildings is really primarily for play therapy. You guys are probably familiar with play therapy, but for people who are not, play therapy is a very sort of specific way of reaching children who need mental health services. The rooms they're outfitted with the most incredible array of options for expression for children, sandboxes and, like what's that thing that you beat that just bounces back?
It's like a paddle ball, kind of.
Yeah.
There's a name.
Anyway, all kinds of stuff, action figures and Play-Doh and coloring books and puzzles and costumes and all kinds of things so that children can find expression through play, which is what children do. I think I lost the question, but that is a primary service that Oasis provides. I'm really excited about a new service that Oasis is working to provide, which is called DBT. You guys are probably familiar with dialectical behavior therapy. It is a specialized kind of service that is particularly helpful in certain kinds of mental health issues. And it is not offered anywhere, to my knowledge, other than Oasis now in Alabama. And it is It is a much needed service, and it's a challenging service to provide. It requires extensive training, and it requires a kind of infrastructure to be built within the provider organization to be able to support the service itself. And Oasis is working through a grant from some local people who wanted to see it offered here, and through additional contributions to build that practice within Oasis. Beyond that, just, any kind of routine therapy that you could understand that an adult woman, child, or family would need.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned, grant funding and other sources of support for Oasis, but I know that our community would be interested in learning more about what they might be able to do if they wanted to support Oasis. Can you give us some ideas about how just regular folks could support Oasis? Absolutely.
Oasis has two primary fundraising events each year. One of them is called the Oasis of Hope. It is typically, has in the past, been a luncheon. This year it's going to be a virtual event on April the 6th. It will be brief, but it will be great. That is the Oasis of Hope is really our primary fundraising function every year. This year, our focus will be on pandemic superheroes. Let's just say that, local pandemic superheroes. And we're going to hear from Dr. Ellen Eaton, who is probably known to both of you. She will be our speaker. She is definitely a Birmingham pandemic hero. And then Art Card is the other annual fundraiser, and it is put on by the junior board for Oasis. This year's event will be on June the 10th, and it is going to be a safe, COVID appropriate in-person event. Mask wearing will be required. For those not familiar with Art Card, basically what happens is that members of our community are asked to paint small paintings that are then auctioned off at the event. I've gotten some fabulous artwork at Art Card. Just one of my favorite paintings that I own is a small abstract of a body that I bought at an Art Card event. So that's a fabulous event. Information, details about both events are available at oasiscounseling.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. And if you're interested in serving in a sort of hands-on role, the best way to do that would be to join the board or the junior board so that you could be an ambassador for Oasis. Anytime you want to write a check, you can write a check and mail it to Oasis. And I'm thinking that those are the major ways. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Great. Well, Frances, we're just very appreciative of all the good things that you do in the community. The serving on Oasis's board being only one of many that you do. And so we want to thank you for spending the time with us today and helping us spread the word about Oasis. This series that we're doing on our Facebook page really is to help heighten awareness of the organizations that we think are absolutely vital and are doing really important work in Birmingham. So thank you.
Well, great. Yeah, I think Oasis should be at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Great organization.
Yeah,
thanks, y'all.
I've been a little bit surprised that some people have not heard of Oasis. So we want to make sure we get the word out and let people know how to find out more information. So Facebook page, their website, and their Instagram are great places to get more information.
That's right. And anybody who needs services can call in, and it's, for the most part, a sliding scale kind of operation. So it is a very affordable opportunity for people to get the care they need.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Frances.
Thanks, y'all. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.